Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we're going to be talking about Moducases. Are you in the market to buy some Moducases? Are you finally thinking about pulling the trigger and getting some Moducases, but you're just not sure which size is best for you? Then this video is just for you. We're going to talk about the two common sizes for Hot Toys or 6 scale figures, and that would be the 6 series and the DF series. I would not recommend getting the Max series just because they are extremely big, more for like statues and stuff like that. But I think DF series can work well, and I think 6 series can work well. I would also recommend whatever size you're getting that you would just make sure probably to get the strip lights. The LED strip lights, the pure white, I think looks best, but it is your personal preference. I think the strip lights just give the best overall balance of lighting, and it's not pinpointed to certain spots. It's going to give you an even light throughout the box. So before we get into this, I want to invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and ring that bell so you don't miss any new content or live streams coming your way. All right, there's two major factors that we have to talk about when deciding if you're going to get the DF series or the 6 series. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to talk about the two main sizes when it comes to both. So behind me, we have the Sixth110s, and then we have the DF120s. These are going to be kind of your general sizes, but you can branch out and tailor this more to the size of your room. But the first thing is price. The DF120s, they do cost, I think it is $370 for one, but you do get a little bit of a discount if you're going to get multiple, which most of us are going to get multiples, so then they would cost $320 each. The Sixth110s cost $310 for one, and if you're getting 2 or more, then you can get a little bit of a discount to $280. So price isn't that big of an issue, I don't think, but if you're getting 8 cases, you know, $30 can add up. That's a couple $100 in your pocket. So that's not the biggest thing that I think about. It's going to be mainly size and thinking about what's going to fit the best in the space that you have. So vertical as well as horizontal, you have to think about space as well as deep. The 6 series are going to be not as deep as the DFs. They're not going to be as tall, and they're going to be a little shorter too, so they're going to be as wide. So those are things you have to think about. The other thing that you want to think about is how are you going to display your figures. The 6 series are made specifically for 1/6 scale figures. However, there are some drawbacks still. The cases that are on the floor, I do feel like if you're standing up in the room, they're not very visible. They're too shallow, so the figures get cut off and you can't really see them. Whereas the DF series, you do have a taller cube, so you can view those figures a little bit easier. But you also have to think about how tall are your ceilings. You know, do you want 3 rows of cubes as opposed to 4? Like, do you have like DC, Marvel, Star Wars, and miscellaneous that you want everything on its own shelf? You know, then you can maybe get 4 shelves in here, whereas you could get 3 in the same space. Now, if you have tall ceilings, you can probably still get 4 of the DF, but it is something to consider. Speaking of the sizes, you can find this all on moduspace.sg on their website, but just for the purpose of this video, the DF120 is going to be 47.2 inches long, 23.6 inches deep, and 25.6 tall. The 6 series, the Sixth110, is 43.3 inches long, so about 4 inches shorter, 17.7 inches deep, so about 6 inches shallow, and then 19.3 tall, so about another 6 inches shorter than the height of the DF120. So, you know, you can take that into consideration. A lot of it is, to me, is just the size of the room and how I want to display it. The other thing you want to think about is making sure that whatever you're getting is going to be future-proof. And what do I mean by that? I mean, do you think there's any chance that you're going to get into quarter-scale figures, statues, vehicles even? If there's a chance of that, I would suggest getting the DF series because you can get the, it's like a floating shelf that you can kind of stagger and tier your figures. So you could stick a lot more figures in that space and put them higher up so you're not wasting all of that vertical space. So that's something to think about. If you know for sure you're just going to be into the 6 series, you know, then maybe you do want the 6 series cubes. But a big thing is space that you have and how you want to display your figures. If you want to just do 2 rows and stagger, you know, the back row a little bit taller than the front, you know, the 6 series would be perfect for you. But if you have a ton of figures and you want to do like 3 or 4 rows where they're just tiered down, you know, that's up to you. If you don't want them too packed in, you know, maybe the 6 series is better for you. But, you know, that's, again, kind of up to you guys at the end of the day. The other thing is, while the 6 series is made for the 6 scale figures, there are some instances where, for example, Thanos and a Hulk, they will fit in the 6/110s. However, battle damage Thanos on his rock base, you cannot fit that. That will not fit in the 6 series, so you might want a DF if you want everything on their base. If you want more dynamic poses with like Iron Man or Superman flying around, you know, more space, like a DF would probably be better for that. But again, if you want more museum pose, then I think 6 series is really a good option as well. You can save some money, maybe save some space, while the DF has a bigger kind of viewing area. At the end of the day, these cases are going to be a lot like each other. They can both carry a lot of weight. They're both made out of the same material. They both have the same lighting. It's really just going to be the size and then a little bit of a price difference. So it's really up to you on what you want to do. What size of the room are you working with? You know, can you fit 4 of these shelves as opposed to just 3 of these? Or like, you know, how wide of an area do you have? How deep do you want it to come out or stick out in the room? Those are all things that you have to think about. The DF does come with kind of a middle bar because they are bigger, like a middle crossbar, so they probably would hold a little bit more weight. But I can fit the 89 Batmobile in the 6/110 series, so that does fit just fine. The Tumbler will not. I would assume a DeLorean can also fit in the 6 series, but end of the day, you got to look at what's right for you. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. They're both great products by Moducase. Yes, the wait time is long. Yes, they do cost some money. But I've never seen anybody that got this in hand regret the decision they made. These are game changers. They really polish the display. They make it look really professional. And the viewing angle, in my opinion, is just something that DTOFs or other shelves just cannot compare to. So really well done. I know some people are making shelves on their own, and that's a great option too if that's what you want to do to save some money. In my experience, I just want it done. I'm not the most handy, but so I just want it done right. So I'm willing to go the Moducase route. I don't want to have to worry about it. I just want it here, and I want it to hold my figures and do what it's supposed to do. And these things do that. Plus, they just look really awesome. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot them to me in the comments below. Hopefully this helped you out. This was just a little comparison between the two. They both work really well for 6 scale figures. However, it's your collection at the end of the day, so you have to be the one to make that decision. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.